You'd think I'd learn my lesson by now. Apparently power companies want you to pay every month for electricity. So to get off the grid, I wanted to try this quick power system generator, but the more I looked into it, the more I realized it's a huge scam. Let's investigate. Sponsored by Linode, cloud computing from Akamai. Hey everyone, how you all doing? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Crazy Ken and I give in. I just paid the electric bill so I could actually have light, so I can see all of you out there. So last year I debunked this internet scam called Quick Power System, which claimed to be a guide that teaches you how to build a self-sustaining generator so you can power your home. If you haven't seen that episode yet, I recommend you watch that one first. Or you can watch it after, whichever makes you happy. This generator claimed it could reduce your electric bills significantly or get you off the grid completely. And I used my detective skills to prove why the marketing is BS and why this product can't exist in this universe. But there was one big loose end. I couldn't show the book. Every time I tried to go purchase it, the checkout process crashed. So we haven't seen what the book actually says. Until today. One of my viewers found a backdoor to the members only page and acquired all the ebooks for me. That's great, now we can break down all the BS inside these guides. So Pixel Peeper 3000, get on that.
Beginning analyzation. By the way, you still owe me $4,000.
Don't worry, if this generator works, I'll save so much money, I'll buy you whatever you want.
That sounds like a lot of bullshit.
So while Pixel Peeper analyzes the 314 pages, let's dive deeper into Quick Power Systems marketing because, compared to last year, they completely redid everything with an all-new sales video. Last year, we met this alleged geography teacher named Ray, who told us about his tragic backstory and how he helped create the Quick Power System. But suddenly, he's nowhere to be found, and the questionable backstory of this product has been completely rewritten. Now we meet William Davis. Well, his voice anyway. There's no physical humans in this whole video sales letter.
Hi there, my name is William Davis.
The video starts by saying there's sensitive content ahead. Ho, viewer discretion is advised. Then William talks about the tragic betrayal of famous inventor Nikola Tesla, as he tried to bankrupt the monopolistic big energy companies. And William says he'll reveal Tesla's patented power device and how you can slash your electric bill almost overnight and save up to 87% or more on your power bill every month and kick the electric companies from your home. The video claims Tesla embarked on a secret mission to provide the world with clean, cheap energy so people won't have to pay for power that should be free. This would be possible with a small, simple device that would cost under $500. A device that could capture untapped, immense cosmic energy and turn it into electricity that anyone can use, enabling people to get free electricity forever. But big banks, especially Tesla's main sponsor, JP Morgan, wanted to stop him because free electricity would ruin the electric company's profits. So the bankers got a hold of Tesla's plans and cut his funding. Years later, Tesla died in poverty in an obscure hotel in New York, and the energy plans mysteriously disappeared. But thanks to an under-the-radar team of renegade scientists, who are conveniently unnamed, Tesla's original blueprints were recovered and adapted with 21st century technology. Then William explains where this harnessed energy comes from, although it's pretty vague. The sun, I guess? But with this new device, you can grab a slice of this unlimited resource and it will erase your electricity bills forever, whatever that actually means. And in the next few moments, you'll see how easy it is to build. Yeah, it's so easy, the book is only 118 pages. Piece of cake! And that's just one of the books. And good news, the parts you need to build this generator can easily be found at any Home Depot for cheap. Heck, a 12-year-old could build this generator during a lunch break. Right. You're saying some kid that's not even in high school can somehow put together a cosmic energy capturing device in 45 minutes? At the 7-minute mark, Quick Power System is officially revealed to us. Same name and cover design we saw last year. Then they show the device in action. What are they showing here? It's hard to see anything with this potato quality video. There's a power strip and an oscillating fan? Is that a pinwheel? That doesn't show anything. There's no generator here. What the fudge? Moving on, William reiterates how much money you can save on your bill without spending $15,000 or $20,000 on expensive solar panels. And you can power electricity hogs like AC units and even a remote cabin in the wilderness. Then the video shows a testimonial where one of the customers built the generator with only $108 in parts. Great! So, you want to show us the end product? No? Just more text on the screen? Okay, go ahead. Then the video says the blueprints are available in electronic format for download, and we won't charge you $500 like Tesla would have. No, we're just going to charge $69. Really, 69 out of all the numbers you could have picked? Just kidding, if you act right now, it's only $49. Just click the big, shiny, inviting button below. And that's it.
Still here?
Don't do that! Yeah, we're 18 minutes into this video sales letter, and it's still not over. They just pulled a Ray Allen move.
Still here?
The video is now in a Q&A section, and I absolutely love the first answer they give here. Question: if the quick power system works so well, why aren't more people using it? The answer: every serious prepper that uses it won't brag about it. Wait, what? Are you serious? You gotta be joking. In this era of content creators popping up everywhere, you can bet your sweet booty someone would be posting about this on their AOL or whatever the kids use these days. Question 2, how hard is it to make? Answer: the whole thing takes about 2 hours and doesn't require strength and electric school. See, you contradicted yourself. No 12-year-old kid's lunch break is 2 hours long. What kind of school are you going to? Question 3, how long will it take to make? Didn't William just answer that? William rambles a bit more, and the video ends with a call to action. This video was painful. Not as bad as the last one, but still pretty awful. So let's break it down. This video uses a sales format I talked about in the last episode. It's called a Video Sales Letter, or VSL, a format created by John Benson. VSLs use certain techniques like a pattern interrupt in the beginning that kind of disrupts everything and gets your attention, and baked-in text and captions throughout the whole video. These are all part of a formula that creates a hypnotic effect for the viewer. And that's not me making up my own words. That's what John Benson calls it.
Before I do that, I want to talk about one of the most interesting aspects of a VSL, and that is the hypnotic effect a VSL can create.
I'm not saying this formula is abusive. It's a legitimate sales and marketing technique, but people like these scammers can use it to abuse you. So be careful out there, don't get tricked. All right, now let's talk about some of the other problems. For starters, the savings claims are inconsistent. William sometimes says you can save up to 87% on your electric bill, but then he says you can kick the electric companies from your home, implying your home is off the grid, I suppose. They also show a testimonial saying Anthony gets free electricity 24/7. More inconsistencies equals more red flags. I say it all the time. The fake backstory is also a problem. There is no historical record of Tesla making a $500 generator. He made a lot of things, but that wasn't one of them. The thing is though, these scammers try to put in some real life truths to kind of disguise the BS a little bit. For example, when they say Tesla died in a New York hotel, that was true, that happened in real life. And when they mentioned the Wardenclyffe Tower, that was a real project which focused on wireless communications. It was demolished in 1917, but it was still a real thing. But don't let those facts fool you. There's still lots of deception in this video sales letter. Also, where is Ray? He claimed that he and his friends and colleagues made this revolutionary quick power system generator. That was the whole story that sold the product. And now suddenly he's erased from the backstory, and it's Tesla's blueprints and this renegade team of scientists that are unnamed? Somebody's not telling the truth here. But the biggest problem in this sales video is you never see the product they're trying to sell. All we get is this crappy 3D mock-up that looks like it was made by a spider monkey in Microsoft Paint. By the way, you don't get an actual book. It's all digital only. This is just a 3D rendering mock-up sort of thing. And it still looks terrible, but you never see the generator. You never see it in action, and you never even see a single page of this book. Not one. If an advertisement is trying to sell you a product and it never shows you the actual product, run the away. All right, let's check in with Pixel Peeper 3000.
Almost done, you ungrateful bastard.
She's almost done. Great. So we have a little more time to look at the web presence of Quick Power System. Yeah, it's not that much. At least in terms of their main website. There's only the landing page with the VSL, and there's a written version which repeats the VSL verbatim. But there was one key difference. Remember the video of the fan? That's not in the written sales letter. Instead, they used a video of some sort of motor generator DIY looking device. And of course, it's in the same garbage potato quality. How convenient. Come on, guys, it's 2023. If you have something to prove, film it in high quality for the love of jobs. It shows someone spinning a rotor by hand. The rotor is connected by belt to another rotor, and the rotors appear to spin continuously after the user removes his hand. Then he connects a light bulb, and it lights up. Then he lifts the device to show there's no wires connected to it from an off-screen hidden power source, heavily implying that this self-sustaining generator is possible to make. And not only does it power itself, it powers a light bulb. The scammers try to use this video to legitimize the Quick Power System, but the video is fake. No generator can power itself, let alone power itself and another appliance. It completely violates the laws of thermodynamics, which we will talk more about later. Also, there was an odd cross dissolve in the middle of the video, so something was cut out, but I can't tell what. That aside, my theory is there's a battery hidden somewhere inside this device. There's plenty of room for it, and that would be a sufficient power source to make the wheel spin and to light the bulb. Also, I have no idea why these coils are here. Maybe I'm getting nitpicky, but in reality, generators use a spinning rotor with a magnet which passes by coils to generate electrical energy through induction. And this weird gizmo could be attempting that, but this setup does not look efficient. Hey, maybe the coils are where the batteries are hidden. Think about it. And by the way, they still mention Ray Allen's name on the website. Oops, I guess the intern forgot to change it out with William Davis. And the last thing on their website, Quick Power System has an affiliate program. Oh boy, I can't wait to sell this. Now I can easily pay off my AI overlords. But I wouldn't feel right selling something that seems too good to be true. I need to validate its authenticity. I know, I will just write them a quick email. And there we go. Now we wait.
Ken, my analysis of the ebooks is ready. Special thanks to Quantum Infinity and James for letting me harness their knowledge.
Hey, that's great. Perfect timing. All right. Download the report into my brain.
Downloading now.
Say, this isn't gonna hurt or anything, right?
No.
Okay, fire away. That doesn't actually feel that bad. It feels kind of... Woo! I feel so smart now, and I got a sneak peek at Jesus. I probably shouldn't have insulated this high voltage cable with metal. Anyway, finally, here it is, the Quick Power System ebook. And literally, 3 sentences in, we already have a big problem. We do not guarantee the accuracy or completeness of any of the information provided. What the f? You build up this huge revolutionary idea as something that's gonna change the world and give you free electricity, and then you sell a book to me on how to make it for $49, and then immediately you imply that everything may not be accurate. Seriously, take your ebook and shove it up your... On page 4, the scammers claim they are not professional writers or photographers and didn't always have opportunity to document or photograph every step of development. Yeah, thanks for telling me that after I bought your book. Hey, buddy, thanks for paying your copay up front for the surgery. Before we get started, just a little minor detail. I'm not a professional surgeon. All right, let's see those testicles. The not professional claims are absolutely true. There's terrible text formatting. The images are generally low quality, and some are borrowed from other sources with watermarks. And about 1/5 of this ebook is just introductory material, and a history lesson on wind, solar, and hydropower. Don't get me wrong, I think it's important to understand the history and the background of things you're trying to do and why things are the way they are, but if you're selling this book as something that you can build a generator with in a lunch break, you might want to speed things up a little. Surprisingly, many of the technical descriptions in the book are correct, but it doesn't really apply that knowledge to this nebulous generator. It's very vague, and it says the steps to build the generator are optional? But isn't the generator like the whole point of this entire thing? How on earth is it optional? Despite the sales video saying this project is easy to do, the information in the book is not written in an easily digestible manner. Some parts are simple, but others are more advanced, and the skill levels just bounce all over the place. It is definitely not for a beginner. It's a mess. Also, some chunks of text are directly copy-pasted from other sources on the web, with no citation or attribution. And this is just one of 6 books, and that's not even counting the bonus section. Of the 6 books, one of them seems to be directly borrowed, word for word, from Philip Hurley's Build Your Own Solar Panel book. I don't know if the scammers just stole this book or if there was some sort of licensing deal, but regardless, why are they talking about solar power now? In the sales video, it's hinted at that the generator is better than solar. They actually downplay solar. William Davis literally says you'd be crazy to even think about going solar when he's talking about powering remote cabins in the mountains. So is this a solar project? Is it not? Pick a lane, people. They also bundle this tools PDF with the most amazing crunchy graphics I've ever seen. Wow, I can feel my $49 paying for itself already. There's lots of problems with these books, but I boiled everything down to 4 key issues. First problem, the building time. William claims the quick power system takes under 2 hours to build if you're slow. Gee, thanks. There's no way you can build a generator and a solar power system in 2 hours, especially if you're a beginner. It would take longer than that just to get all the parts. Heck, it would take longer than that to read all 314 pages of this bundle. You'd have to read and comprehend each page in 23 seconds. Even the Build Your Own Panel book says the silicone weather sealing needs 24 hours to cure. And in the Quick Power System PDF itself, it says the epoxy resin casting for the generator's stator needs 4 to 5 days to cure. So this is impossible. Second problem, part cost. William and the scammers claim the Quick Power System costs less than $200 to build, and one of the testimonials they promoted said he built it for only $108. This is impossible. In fact, the total cost of all parts outlined in the bundled Build Your Own Panel from Zero book is $1,927.50, and that's not including the parts to make the DIY generator. Special thanks to my buddy James who put this part list together. I have it linked down in the description so you can go ahead and check it out. Have fun with it. The third problem, missing information. The main Quick Power System ebook shows how to build a DIY solar power system and a generator, but it never explains how the two are related. In fact, in the second part of the book, where the generator section begins on page 64, the words solar or panel aren't mentioned at all, except once in this nonsense components list on page 87. However, on page 55, they do say it's easy to connect the solar power system to the generator, which will spin the rotor constantly and power any appliance. But they don't go into detail. And even if they did elaborate, this would be an incredibly stupid waste of power. It would be more efficient just to power your home directly from the solar panels. Why would you waste power powering a generator to power your home? It makes no sense. This is just so confusing. But hey, there's some hope here. Maybe the table of contents will explain everything. Oh, there's no page numbers. This is just the biggest piece of book I've ever read. How do you mess up a table of contents? It's the easiest thing to do in the world. But even after you go through all the steps in this book, you never see a single picture of the generator assembled. Just like in the sales video, you never see the final product, ever, not once. Huge red flag. So real quick, before I get to the fourth issue, let's see if their email team replied. Nope, not a peep. Can't say I'm surprised. And the fourth and final big problem, this generator cannot exist. The first law of thermodynamics states energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but it can be transferred. Let's use the DIY generator motor device we saw earlier. We'll simplify it to 2 wheels and a belt. Let's pretend we're in a perfect magical world with no energy waste and 100% efficiency. If I use my finger to spin the left wheel, transferring potential energy from my finger to kinetic energy in the wheel, that wheel would spin forever, and the belt would move with it, spinning the other wheel also forever. In this case, 100% of the energy I transferred to the system is being outputted, but in reality, this is impossible. The output energy cannot be equal to the input, let alone exceed it like these scammers imply. The output energy will always be less than the input. This is why motors typically have an efficiency rating, to let the user know how much energy is doing real work. But why does this happen? In our example, the wheel experiences friction as it grinds against the axle which holds it in place. When this occurs, heat and sound energy are transferred to the surrounding environment, leaving less energy to spin the wheel. This energy loss also happens on the right wheel. In addition, the belt also experiences friction as it rubs against both wheels, which also transfers energy to the environment. This is why shortly after I remove my finger, the wheels won't spin very long. So if these simple wheels can't keep themselves spinning, there's no way a generator can supply its own power and power your home simultaneously. It is 100% impossible. The scammers waste your time with a 20-minute sales video. Then they waste your money with a $49 ebook. Then they waste even more of your time and money enticing you to create a generator which can't even possibly exist in the known universe. Truly, this must be one of the greatest pranks of all time. But I think I made my points clear. Consider this scam busted. But I will tell you what's not a waste. Linode. I actually used these guys to create a virtual landline in a past episode. It was a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool things you can do with their virtual machines. And if you have an application or website that needs to be scaled and deployed, Linode has the 24/7 support and infrastructure that you need. Linode offers out-of-box apps for game servers like TF2, CSGO, and even Minecraft. You can run your own virtual private network with OpenVPN, build an online application with Joomla's content management system, or build a video streaming site with a multitude of app choices. There's so much you can do with Linode's affordable Linux virtual machines. And to boot, they offer award-winning 24/7 technical support. Visit linode.com/computerclan and click one of the sign-up buttons. And when you do that, we'll give you a 60-day $100 credit just for watching this episode. And you're also supporting the Computer Clan, so thank you very much. Catch the crazy and pass it on. Still here?